Hi, Runner Story family. This is Allison Gilliard with Runner Story, where every story needs to be heard. And I am so excited and honored to share with you guys my friend Suzie Wilder, who shares that running is fun. Like, she loves running, and running has brought her not only time to herself, but also with community. She loves running. She loves hitting the pavement. She loves being with her people. And I love that. And I adore Suzie. She's an absolute gem of a human being. And I got to meet her last year at Joe Cain, and it was so much fun to hang out and just meet all of those that are part of the Bay Area Runners Run Club. And now being the newest member, I'm very honored and excited about that, because this is such an extraordinary group of people that have so much wisdom and so much love of running and community, and they've seen it transform in such incredible ways. And so to be able to sit down with Suzie, who is president of the Bay Area Runners, but also her own story and the story of how BAR was set and created and how Joe Cain came about. It was so much fun to learn all these things, and that in the mix of it, that there are people out there that genuinely love running and they genuinely love our community. And that's really what Runner Story is all about, is the love of community. And that's what Suzie says time and time again. She's like, just run and have fun. That's it. Just run and have fun. And I love that so much. So I'm so excited for you guys to hear my dear friend Suzie and her run stories. She's an absolute incredible human being and as cute as can be. I love Suzie. And speaking of people that love the running community, that is our gym at Spring Hill Boot Camp. Oh, we love Spring Hill Boot Camp and pack training. These guys work so hard for us runners. They're all the time coming up with exercises or fun ways to get us to understand what we're doing is making us stronger, making us last longer on the pavement. So whether that is from personal training, one-on-one group training with pack training, or that Spring Hill Boot Camp, where we get all the things with all the people, and it's so much fun to work out with run buddies. I know some people are like, oh, I don't need a workout buddy. I do. I need somebody to push me. I need somebody to make me laugh. Katie, my friend, she dances while we work out, so it takes my mind off the pain. So it's great. I love it, and I'm so incredibly thankful for a place like Spring Hill Boot Camp that believes in the running community and helps us across finish lines. It's absolutely incredible. And their programming that they do, it's so good. And Emily Bullock and JC and Chris and Coach Charity, everyone there is just Gabe. They're all incredible guys, and you're not going to go wrong with anybody there. So come join us for open workout. If you don't live nearby, please make sure that you are getting strength training. It is so important for injury prevention, but also to keep us on the pavement longer. And that's what we want. That's our whole goal. All right, guys, lace up those running shoes, get ready, get set, and go run with my friend Suzie. Suzie, you're laughing because you know how excited I am. Oh, how long have I been after you to be on this podcast?
Since Joe Cain. Just Joe Cain this year. I was telling my husband.
Like, she has been nagging me nonstop.
Oh, then I felt bad for putting you off for so long.
Stop.
I said, I've got to do.
Here we are, and I am so excited because I've only known you for a short while, and I've recently been accepted to the Bay Area Runners.
Yes.
So I'm so excited and truly honored by that. And one of the reasons I wanted to be a member is because I wanted to know the stories. And so when I met you, I was like, Suzie has got to have a story. And now we've been Facebook friends, and I'm like, this girl has been running for a really long time. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm excited myself.
Yay! So what is your run story, Suzie?
My run story. Well, I started running in 1995. Yes, 1995, one of my girlfriend's recent divorce. And after those life experiences, you want to start taking care of yourself and just take on a new challenge. So I started running. One of my girlfriends, she said, let's do the Leprechaun Chase, the 2-miler. Because she went to St. Patrick's, and I said, okay. So I got out there because I had been running on the treadmill and going to working out at Tone and Tan. And so I was running on the treadmill, and then one day I got out on this road and tried to run and found out it is completely different running on the road than it is on the treadmill. So.
Yeah.
But I did it. We did the 2-miler, and it was so much fun that the very next week I did the Spring Fever Chase 2-miler with him. 2-milers. I was in it. And then Azalea Trail was coming up, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to do the 10K because all of my family in Atlanta, they would get together and run the Peachtree Road Race on the 4th of July every year. So that was my goal when I started. I wanted to do the Peachtree Road Race that year. So we decided, my friend Lynn and I decided to do the Azalea Trail, 1995, my very first one. And because I wanted to just know what the distance was like. Ran the first 2 miles. I felt so good. I ran the 3rd mile. Then I walked the 4th mile, and then I ran the last 2. Finished it took me an hour and 4 minutes, but I did it. So, and I was really hooked from that point on. My friend, she crapped out on me. So here I was looking for little races around the community. And back then it really wasn't that easy. Unless you knew people that were runners, and it just was the advertisement. It was hard to find. Anyway. So I would pick up a little race here and there, and then drag my kids with me. And so they'd have to watch. But signed up to do the hot trot it was at the track at that time in June. And so fun. Of course, I was going to these races by myself and just met a couple of people down there. They invited me over to friend's house where their group, it was actually the Fleet Feet and the running group from Gulf Shores, and they were all meeting over at one of the members' homes. So I met a group of people, and I started going down to Fat Tuesdays on Tuesday nights and running with that group. And then I ended up and then learned all about the races, and then one of those members was a Bay Boozer and invited me to come up and run with them and Daphne. So that just started all from there. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So especially, you hit on something that I didn't even ever think about, and that is that our running community, because we do have a lot of 5Ks, that it used to not be like that.
No.
Wow.
It was, and as the run group, I mean, there would be a race, and we would all be there, full force. Every member would be there at that race and look forward to it every year. But as the years have gone on, there'll be 2 and 3 races on the same weekend in different locations. And so it split us all up. So some would do this race, some would do that race, but we would try to get together and run during the week. So,
wow.
Yeah, you're right. It used to not be that way. It has changed a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Also, I'm sure you've noticed, because you've been in this area running since 95. The running stores. Yeah. Okay. Because something that I take for granted, because that's all when I first started running, obviously I was from Jackson, Alabama, so there was no running store. There's still not a running store. You have to go to Mobile. Yes. But now there's more of awareness of, hey, running shoes, running stores, sort of thing. But the only one I could think that would be around the time would be McCoy's.
McCoy's. Right? Yeah, McCoy's was, most everyone went to McCoy's. Okay. But living over here, we used to have Sports and More down at the beach.
That's right, because they would be at Azalea Trail with super cheap. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Donnie, he opened up the store, and he did the expos all over the country.
So good expos. Yeah.
So I would get my shoes. I'm trying to think of, I think I bought my very first pair of running shoes, which was a pair of Nikes from a Foot Locker or something in Montgomery.
Sure.
When I decided to start running. That's the only pair of Nikes I ever owned.
That's right.
That was that first pair. But yeah, I would go visit Donnie, and I was wearing Asics at that time. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I just find it fascinating that to hear somebody say, I've gotten to see the running community transition the way it has. And now I mentioned it too, there's all these different running clubs as well, which there wasn't that many back then.
No,
right?
there were not. And the opportunities, the running opportunities now are so great. It used to be, just in the past year, Baldwin County has gotten more with Mancy's. Even Fairhope Brewery has started a group on Monday nights, and a lot of people are showing up for that. But Mobile has always had a variety of locations that you could meet and run. So, and as far as the run group goes, we would meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Tuesdays in Daphne and Thursdays in Fairhope. And we had all these Mobile people driving across the bay.
Wow.
And then there again, over the years, the traffic got to be so bad, and it was almost impossible to get over on this side of the bay at 6 o'clock in the evening. So that's something else that split us up some. So,
Wow. Yeah.
it has changed.
So let's talk about Bay Area runners.
Okay.
Let's talk about the history of BAR.
Yes.
Because I'm really excited because this past year I got to volunteer for Joe King, which was so much fun with y'all because y'all go crazy. Like, y'all are like the essence, like, y'all channel Joe King. It's just so Mardi Gras. It is so much fun. Probably one of the best after parties that I can think of.
I think
like, it's good. So how did Bay Area runners come to be?
Well, I mentioned that I had an opportunity to run with the Bay Boozers in Daphne. The Bay Boozers are actually the ones that founded the Joe Kane race.
Oh, okay.
Libby Schrader and Buck Curran, they were Mama and Papa Boozer. And it came out of drinking at their Crescent City Classic race.
Makes sense.
And Captain Fun was already in existence out of Pensacola, and they wanted to come up with a running club that was modeled after Captain Fun. So that's how it was born. And in 1991, they had their first Joe Kane Classic race, and it was at Brookley.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you had to drive over to Augusta Street for the post-race party.
Oh. Okay.
So I did not. The 8th annual race was my very first one. And I think I ran that one. I've only run one, and it was at Brookley. And it was probably the last one they had at Brookley.
Wow.
Before they moved the location.
Okay.
Which is great. But after 10 years, Buck and Libby, they were ready to turn over the reins to somebody else. So they had a big meeting, and the charter members of the run group, they took it over and decided to incorporate and change the name so that we were be able to get sponsorships. Bay Boozers has a different connotation. And so we met on a Saturday morning, Sunday afternoon at Print Excel here in Fairhope. And anybody that wanted to be a Bay Area runner came and became charter members. And then we voted on a name, and Catherine Dubuisson came up with the logo, and it's really, rest is pretty much history. That's been 10 years, and this is going to be our 35th annual race. Actually, it'll be 36 years, but our 35th race because of COVID. But, and everything, and it's been my mission as being a member, from being a Bay Boozer to being a Bay Area runner, to keep those traditions. It was because Buck and Libby started that party, and it's always been on the Widows Tour, the party always on Augusta Street, and always the sandwiches, homemade sandwiches, plenty of beer. And Lon Spencer used to do the music. And then when he retired from that, then his brother Philip took over for us. And so it's just been great. The traditions of circling up and singing Darlin', that was from the very beginning, that's tradition. Then we've added our own traditions with the girls. We are family, sister sledge. So that's, we have to do that. So we have to play Darlin', and we are family at every race, and everybody circle up and dance. So anyway.
I love it. It was so much fun just to hang out with you guys. And my family was like, this is such a fun
and being able to dress up and be festive.
Yeah.
And you don't have to take it serious. We just want everybody to have a good time.
Yeah.
Because our motto has always been, we run for fun.
Oh, well, I love that. Which is true, which is why we should. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Well, I just want to say, because also what people may not realize is that any of the proceeds that come in for Joe Kane is donated right back into the community. Like 100% of it.
Yes. When we incorporated as the Bay Area Runners, we decided that our recipient, we would look for local challenged athletes organizations. The very first year that we were the Bay Area Runners, Chuck Anderson had been in the shark attack where he lost his arm, and Chuck was an avid runner and triathlete, and so he needed prosthesis to be able to ride the bike, to swim, and so he was our first recipient, and we have donated about $240,000 since we became the Bay Area Runners to different challenged athlete organizations.
That's incredible.
And we want the money to stay local here, because there are a lot of national organizations who get money from other resources.
That was amazing.
We're really proud of that.
Yeah.
So
to be local and to be the 5K that you are and to be able to give that money is incredible. Yeah. That's something to be proud of. Wow.
We're getting ready. Next month, we'll make our donation to Miracle League in Summerdale. We'll make our check presentation to them.
That's
so
awesome.
we're looking forward to
Absolutely.
that. We were hoping to donate to the Miracle League chapter in Mobile, but the last we had heard, they didn't have anyone to run it, and so that has not actually opened yet. So, but
that's amazing. Oh, so not only running for fun, but giving.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The Mobile Patriots, we've donated to them several times. There's so many worthy organizations.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just a lot of good people.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that. And thank you for sharing about BAR, about how you guys came to me. It's so cool. So there has to be some lessons that you've learned from running.
Yeah, well, yeah. Relationship building. And in the running community, it's such a close and encouraging group of people. Don't you agree?
Oh, 100%.
It's amazing. And there's so many great runners that have gone before, like Will Wright and Don Withers, who was Will Wright's running buddy for years. And there are a lot of legends.
Oh, absolutely.
That we've had in the community. But lessons is just to not beat up on yourself. Personally, for me, I'm not running against anyone except for myself. Of course, when I first started running, I had my race numbers and I would write my time and the date. And I have a scrapbook. I finally had to give that up. But it was just for yourself. I'm doing this for myself. And the friends that you meet and the relationships you make along the way are priceless. And people will ask about running, and it's just what we do. And it's all of our friends. I mean, that's who my friends are.
Absolutely.
We just have all this in common, and it's wonderful. We share the same struggles, injuries, and battle, and just there to support each other.
Oh, that's so good. And especially when it's hot and humid. And we're just like, I want to quit. And then you have that person over there, nope, we're going to keep going. We got this. So, yeah, you're right. It's like the best community there is.
Buck Monroe, one of our members, back in the Boozer days, I'd drive from Robertsdale to Daphne to run, and there wouldn't be anybody there except for Buck. And so we used to push each other. He said, you're pushing me, and I was saying he was pushing me. If nobody else showed up, there'd always be one other person to be there. And just to push you and the accomplishment you feel after. And there's so many races, just like, oh, why do I do this? Why do I put myself through this? And then when you get through that finish line, the exhilaration, and you're already looking towards the next one. And
oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And destination runs are so fun.
Yeah. So let's shift a little bit to race day. Do you have a favorite race?
Oh, God, there's so many. And I was thinking about that.
Obviously, besides Joe Kane. Joe Kane is your favorite, okay?
When I started running, though, one of my goals was I wanted to do the Disney marathon, because when I was in junior high, I was a Mickey Mouse freak. So I wanted that big Mickey Mouse medal with the big ears. So that was one of my goals, to do that. So I love the Disney. David and I did the marathon, Disney 2005, and then I did Glass Slipper Challenge, which was wonderful. Because there again, it's all about the bling. Like we had gone to Cincinnati to do Flying Pig, and it had been the inauguration year of the Princess Half Marathon.
Oh, okay.
And I saw that crown medal. Oh, and I wanted that medal so bad. And so it took me forever to get there because the timing of that is Joe Cain, Mardi Gras. And actually, it ended up being on Joe Cain Day.
No.
But it was going to be my 60th year. It was right before I turned 60. And I had to go. I had to go when I did it. So the only Joe Cain.
You rebel, you.
I know, yeah.
Oh.
So, but they did not have the princess medal.
No.
I was so disappointed. It was the year, it was a big anniversary for Beauty and the Beast, and so the medal was the bell jar. So, but it was worth it. It was great. It was total Disney experience.
You mentioned that your family ran Peachtree. So did you go run Peachtree?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 13 years in a row.
Wow.
You get up in the wee hours, drive downtown. My sister works at a law firm downtown, so we would park in her building, jump on MARTA, take it out to Lenox, all the masses out there. And to be 55,000 runners,
Sure.
you cannot even imagine, but how organized, because you're in a corral. And so you had to get a qualifying time. You know, I had a sub 50 a couple of years, but a sub 55, I could usually do that to get up in time group 1A or 1B, because otherwise it would be hour before you started. When we would finish, there were people still pouring in through the finish line. It's a lot of people. Of course, it's an event as well.
Sure.
It's all about the T-shirt there, because there is no party. So it's all about the T-shirt. And you don't know what the T-shirt's going to look like until you finish.
I was gonna say, you don't get the T-shirt until you cross the finish line, right?
They have a contest, and they'll narrow it down to 5. And then you're able to vote. And then it's the big reveal when you finish the race. Everybody's pulling their shirts out. Look what shirt was it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. Do you have a race that you're like, not really my favorite, or I want to go back and redo?
Well, Marine Corps. I did that twice.
Okay.
The first year was fun, but you had that summer training. And the second time did it, I was pretty much in tears. When it's a tough finish. Sure. But I suffered with a lot of cramps and my toes curling. Where your muscles tighten up in your calf, and the core support's incredible on that. And it is an incredible marathon. But trying to find a place to jump off the side of the curb to stretch, that was a challenge in itself because there were so many people. But that was a tough one. But I love that one. I wish I'd run better at Flying Pig, which was my last one. That was another goal. Is I did my first marathon in 99, I think. Anyway, my goal was to run 10 marathons in 10 years. Wow. That was my goal. 2000, it was 1999. I did the Blue Angel Marathon then and cramped. But Phil Bohan, he's one of our members.
Okay.
He's 92 years old. And of course, this was 1999. He met me out on the course to run me in. He picked me up about mile 18, and he carried a rose the whole way to the finish line to give to me when I crossed the finish line.
Oh,
Precious man. And so that was my first one. And then 2000, thought, oh, we'll do 2 in 2000. But we had a big group go, and we were trained together. We would meet at different ones' homes, and we'd put out mile markers and hydration water and Gatorade and stuff at different mile markers. Of course, we had to make a party out of it. We had to make a day of it. It was so much fun. And the only way to train for a marathon is with your friends.
That's absolutely.
Because misery loves company.
That's right.
So, but did 2 in 2000, and we did rock and roll. No, it wasn't rock and roll. It was Mardi Gras Marathon.
Ooh, okay.
Before rock and roll took it over.
Okay.
And of course, you finished in the Superdome anyway. But we did Mardi Gras Marathon, and then did that same year we went to do Marine Corps in the fall. So that was a good year. And then after doing Mardi Gras Marathon, they put your medal was on the beads, and so then it's, well, I have to get all 3 colors of the beads, so I have to go back and do it again.
Stop it.
Of course, the last year I did it, which was my marathon PR.
What?
Was 4:13, I think it was. But anyway, it was on a tricolor ribbon.
Oh.
And so I didn't get the last color of beads of
What
you gonna do.
You had a medal.
Didn't think about that, but you're right. Well, I do my glass slipper challenge jacket. It does say it's all about the bling on the back of it.
And then you're like, the correct blank. The correct.
The one I thought I was running for.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh my goodness. I love that. I love how it's all been centered around, again, as you said, relationship, friendship. That's the secret sauce.
We would travel as groups, and Crescent City Classic, that was one we went to every year. It was on Easter.
That's a crazy race.
Yes, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
We would go stay for the weekend. Like we'd get over there Thursday and stay at this bed and breakfast. Of course, we would fill it up and hang out by the pool after the race. Of course, we had people that pulled the beer wagon. So they would meet us at the end. They would start on Esplanade and pull the beer wagon to the finish. So, yeah.
Not that one. No. Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. There's just so many people crammed going down the French Quarter. It's unbelievable. It blew my mind. I felt like even though we were outside, I'm like, I feel claustrophobic. Because it's like what you said, it was hard to maneuver. This past year, I was pushing with Ainsley's Angels, which that was also my first time pushing. So that was like a whole different experience in itself. But then when people are they're just coming out of the woodwork. And you're just like, what is happening?
Crossing over.
Wild.
They get squirrely.
Yes.
And the roads are terrible. So you really have to be careful running that. Now, the first year I did that, I somehow hooked up with the Marines. It was perfect cadence. I never found them ever again but it was fun. And it was misty rain. It was.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but I can say this. It's not necessarily favorite race, but favorite party because it was a big weekend out of it.
They do know that is a good party. It's an organized party. And going into City Park, phenomenal. Like, it really is fun. And this past year, they had the different run clubs have tents and stuff. So we're honorary members of the Wednesday Run Club because we don't live in Louisiana, but they adopt us. So we got to go hang out with them and, of course, hang out with Ainsley's Angels at Charity Row. So that was fun. The weather was terrible.
Oh.
It was humid. And, again, I just was not like, this is a lot. It never scattered to where you were just like, okay, I can get into my pace and I can do this. It was just, I can't find that pace. I felt really bad for the world that I pushed because I was like, you're out here for a really long time. Because I'm having over that.
I do have favorite race.
Okay.
The races down like Big Beach and the Kaiser half marathons. I love running through the park. It's just so peaceful.
No cars.
I really love that. I feel that we're so fortunate to have Gulf State Park.
Sure.
And down there. Of course, I'm not running long distance anymore, so I miss that. But I love going back there on those trails and run. If there's been so many fun races, running scared that started from the Orange Beach Sportsplex, and you ran back there before the trails were paved.
Wow. Okay.
Gosh, run downtown Mobile so many times. Crime prevention, that has to be the worst. One night, I remember standing down there at the start, and it was like 96 degrees before we started. And invariably, it would rain, and there'd be steam coming off of the ground before you started. It was, yeah, that's a booger.
It's so funny that you say that. So we did it this past year, and a friend of mine, she'd never ran it before. And I was like, we're all like, Kitty, how do you know I ran this before? She's like, I don't know, I've just never ran it, but it's just never worked out. And this was probably one of the best years when it came to like a cool breeze, because it's that tunnel when you're going down the buildings, just tunnel, all that. So it's humidity central. So, but it had torrential downpour. Okay. So, but it had cooled down a little bit. So you're running, you're like, wow, this isn't that bad. And Katie, this is terrible. And I'm like, but I can breathe. But then you would turn and it would be like wall of humidity would just get you. And you're like, now I remember why we ate this. And then you turn and you're like, look, there's a breeze. It's great. So you had the good mixer. And we finished and she's like, that was awful. And we're all like, that's probably the best way we're going to have the fire engine. Other than the wall of humidity. That was not getting. Oh, but then we have a cool breeze.
Oh, gosh.
So I was like, what? So it was just funny to hear somebody go, oh. And the rest of us were like, no, great.
Yeah.
We'll take it again.
You have no idea what we've been doing before.
Yeah, it's brutal. That's brutal. It's that we were just standing there helping and just drenched in sweat. And you're like, this is awful. Like, why? Again, it goes back to like, why do we do this?
Yeah.
Because it's fun.
It's just fun. Yeah, you get to see your friends. You can have a beer.
Yeah.
And say, I did that.
That's right. I conquered that.
And when you think about when we're at these races, it looks like there's lots of people out there. But the number of people that run, and it's not that many. When you,
comparatively.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Right.
Oh, that's a good perspective.
And as far as the marathon, I can't remember what they said, the percentage of population in the world. So you're at a very small percentage that has put your body through 26.2 miles. That endurance. And just a commitment. Commitment to the training, because it is. It's a lot.
Oh, yeah. It's like another job.
It is.
And during the summer, I've realized consistency is super important. But it's hot. But again, it goes back to the discipline and the, hey, I'm going to meet up with friends and I'm going to go run this. And a lot of, for me, it's been accountability. Even if I can't meet up with them, knowing like, hey, we have a race coming up. I gotta get this in gear.
That's where I am right now with Bloody Mary coming up on the 30th.
Oh, bless you.
It's just because that's what we do. It's just
it's at the beach. An idea would be, though, a bar get together and could just go run the trails at Gulf State Park.
Well, we do. We have a camping trip, and it started out we were all tent camping. This has been a long time ago. It was actually we were going down for that running scared race. It was an afternoon race on a Saturday, and we decided we'd camp down there. I can't remember what year it was, but running back on the trails. But talking about our camping trip. So we just kept that as a tradition. So it's been going on a long time. It's usually an Alabama-Tennessee game. It falls on that weekend. So we have the TVs, we watch. Most everybody's got campers now that go. The group has dwindled down quite a bit. But we'll have people that will still come on Sundays, meet us for brunch. But on Saturday mornings, they come and we'd run the trails.
Oh,
but
I love that.
And Cindy McMillan, she lives down there, and we've talked about we just need to get together and go run the trails. It's wonderful. Easy on your body.
Yeah. And just different scenery. Yeah.
So
shifting to race day, what does your routine look like?
Well, try to hydrate as much as I can. Eat a little bit, maybe a piece of toast, sometimes with almond butter, my coffee, and usually take a race cap. It's like a gel and a capsule form of Duralights. They make it. that, and I'll get up there and trot around to warm up a little bit just to see how I feel.
Sure.
And honestly, I just run how I feel. I'm not anybody that can set a pace or I need to be on this pace.
Yeah.
I've never been able to do that. I never.
Me either. That's
No. And I tell you what, when I was running a marathon, my goal was to have a good half, and then after that, I'd play it by ear. No telling what would happen the last half, but just want to have a good first half. So just take it as it comes and run how you feel.
I like it.
And always listen to your body.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The only time I've ever felt like I just left it, well, those was 2 times, but all out there was the first triathlon I did was the crab trap, and it was just a sprint triathlon. But I tell you what, that was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I went on to do quite a few more triathlons, but this one, I came through that finish line, and I just fell over on top of the first car in the parking lot. It was, of course, it was in summer, it was in August, and at the beach, but that's the only time I feel like I left it out there, other than a little domestic violence race they had here in Fairhope. It was like a one-time thing, and Richard Watley was pacing me, and it nearly killed me. That's the only time anybody's ever tried to pace me, because I can't do that. I run how I feel.
And I run to have fun.
Yeah, run to have fun. Yes.
I always love that so much, because it's so funny, because people will ask me, well, what's your pace? When people find it, they're like, oh, you run? I'm like, yeah, I do. And they're like, what's your pace? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I do training runs just for accountability. Like, but it's never, hey, here's your pace, here's where I want you, anything like that. It's like, hey, this is how much time we're running, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever it is. And I don't care. I'm like you, it's like, it's hard for me to keep that, yes, this is what this pace feels like. I don't have that, I guess, like natural instinct that some people have.
Really,
I don't know how to explain how they're like, yeah, this is what this feels like. And I'm like, how do you know that? I don't really know how that feels. If it wasn't for my lunch, I would never know.
I want to run comfortable.
Yeah.
You're pushing yourself, but but to be able to breathe and to pick your feet up and just be comfortable.
Yeah.
Run how you feel.
Run, I go, and have fun.
And have fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume when you cross the finish line that Susie's looking for a beer.
Water first.
Water
first.
That's fair. Okay, water first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not all of us drink beer, but.
Okay. And she's like, some of us are a little bougie. Susie's like, where's the water?
We have those. We have those, but I'm happy with the beer, and it doesn't matter.
That's hilarious.
With the free beer, I'll have at least one. So it's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a meal that you want, like, after you eat? Is there something that you crave?
I was Sandestin after a race. I was doing the half marathon. All I could think about is, I wanted a steak. I wanted a steak so bad. I was starving that my husband is a cheeseburger. And after a lot of races, we go to a hamburger joint. And we end up at Mancy's or Beer Garden, places like that.
Yeah.
Get a good hamburger.
Mancy's has a great hamburger.
Yes.
Also, Billy's. They have a great hamburger. Woo!
Yeah. Ox Kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Check them out.
Okay.
They got a lot of good stuff.
We'd have to go for a run.
Yeah.
And then we get.
Yeah, well, we can do that.
We can do that.
Yes,
yeah.
we can.
Let's talk about, what is your favorite running item?
Favorite running item? Well, probably my Garmin.
Okay.
My Garmin. And I love that for any longer distance that I do now. Jeff Galloway, he has a little timer. Love that. I don't have to worry about setting my Garmin. I can put that little timer on, and I'm doing 4 and 1, and you don't have to think about it. You know, you're not having to look at your watch. It's mindless, and you just go. And that's been one of the best things that I've learned in my whole running routine. And especially when I was training for the Glass Slipper Challenge, doing 4 and 1. It really builds your endurance. to where you can go farther.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hurt after the runs, like when you're really pushing it.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference. The first 10K I did a Shrimp Festival run after summer of doing the 4-in-1 and training. I ran the 10K with no problem, and I ran a 57 flat. And I thought, wow, when this is doing 4-in-1.
Yeah.
So your body's building that muscle memory. You're not beating yourself up, but you're still building their endurance. So that's really been a really valuable tool.
Absolutely.
When was at Disney doing the Princess Half, I noticed, because Jeff Galloway had their timing groups, but I noticed that they would do 4 and 30. I stuck to my 4-in-1.
Yeah, absolutely.
I went a little bit longer than my friend.
Yeah, that'd be me too. I ran 4 minutes. You can give me 1 minute. Come on now.
30 seconds? What are you talking about? That's too much.
30 seconds goes by.
Really? Yeah.
No. I love that. And I appreciate that you shared that, because one of the things that I've learned, and one of the reasons why we really wanted this podcast, was because people have different misconceptions about what a runner is. And then people go into the mindset, well, I can't run a whole 5K, or I can't run all this. And for a long time, when I first started off running, that's what I thought running was, even though I had started the Couch to 5K and all of that. And I never clicked that I was a runner. And then I kept getting injured because I kept pushing, because I didn't know how to stop.
Yeah.
And now I tell people, I'm like, listen, you run 30 seconds and you walk the rest, you're a runner. Like, you ran, you put in effort, you do what you can. And we're all in different seasons of life and different, and like you said, we all have injuries. We all have something that, or whether it's 110 degrees outside. So I love how you pointed that. I think that is so important for anybody to realize that I can run, walk, and I'm a runner.
It's so much easier. And that's the advice that I give anyone. One of our teachers, she did her first half marathon this past February. And when she just started her training, that was my advice to her. I said, hey, you can look at Galloway's training schedule, which is amazing because you do 2 runs during the week, 3 to 4 miles, and then you do your long run on the weekend. It's so doable. It's because you have a life to live as well.
Oh, you do?
So to start out, do the walk run until you feel like you've built that endurance.
That's good.
So,
I like that.
Because initially, I would not stop, because I felt like my body was shut down.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I suffered with cramps like I did.
Sure. No. Good advice. Really good advice. Let's talk about running shoes. You hit on that a little bit about what you ran in. So what are you currently running in?
Brooks.
Oh, okay.
Adrenaline. Was at an expo at the Waves to Wine run, and the glycerin were so cute. They were so cute. I love the color. And I said, what's the difference in the adrenaline and the glycerin? And he said, cushioning. I thought, oh, that's a win. That's a win. I ran in them 3 times, and then my hip was jacked up. So I don't know if it had anything to do with the shoes or what, but I wasn't going to take any chances. So I ordered adrenaline. So I have 2 pair of really good shoes.
Okay. But are they cute? Are they cute adrenaline?
They're
okay.
Not the color that, they're not as the pretty color as the glycerins, but they'll do. It's their equipment. It's important.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't spend that much money on any kind of shoe other than my run shoes.
That's right. Ace the man. I'm with you.
So it's worth it.
Isn't it wild how you're like, oh no, I don't mind paying that for my running shoes. And then you're like, I'm not paying that for anything else. I'm like, are you crazy?
That's the truth. Absolutely the truth.
I went into a boutique just like last week on my lunch break. And I was like, I'm not even paying half price for that. Because what am I going to wear that shoe? It's not practical. It's not a running shoe. I can't wear it.
No. You have to priorities.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for your longer runs, so you already mentioned a little bit of toast before.
Oh, yeah.
So longer runs, what do you take to fuel with?
I always liked Cliff Shots.
Oh, okay.
I would carry those with me. And the race caps, and I would cramping so bad, I got to where I would take salt tablets, thermocaps as well. And that's for the really long races. And I didn't train with taking the salt tablets because I think it's not good for you. But during an event, I would take it like at the beginning and maybe midway. But yeah, I would alternate with race cap and cliff shot.
Okay.
The caffeinated kind.
The one a little caffeine up in her. Do you listen to music when you run at all?
I've never have.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
You know,
That's
I would
impressive.
like to. I just always heard it was so dangerous.
Okay.
And I never had a little shuffle. That Cindy Leonard, she always runs with her music. I do have shocks, but I wear them to listen to books when I'm cleaning the house, when I'm doing stuff around the house. But yeah, and I've never run with my phone. I've never wanted to carry my phone.
Sure.
And I know with the little
fanny packs
and the shuffles, they were really nothing, and with the earphones, but I just never have.
Wow. That I'm thoroughly impressed. That's amazing.
It's just let your mind go. I've run off a bad day at work. And I've run off mini mad. It's
You mad?
Yeah, well,
I'm shocked by
this
that.
has been a long time ago, but it was when I was back at the daycare. But yeah, it's just such a great stress reliever. Just let it go. Let it go. Leave it all out there on the pavement.
Literally.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Let's shift to cross training. When you're not running, do you have a favorite cross training activity?
Usually elliptical.
Okay.
When I can't run, I prefer the elliptical. I do not care for the treadmill at all.
Once you hit the pavement, you said no more treadmill.
Yeah, really. And I enjoyed the treadmill where you could set it to where you would go do hill work and all of that. But I just prefer the elliptical.
Okay. Do you have a favorite recovery tool?
The roller, the foam roller. I like that.
Okay.
Get to the piriformis and the lacrosse ball to sit on that.
You like the pain.
Yeah,
okay.
Have to make it hurt so good. Relieve that. Break that little knot up.
That's right. Wow. Okay. So you already mentioned some advice that you would give somebody, which would be run, walk with intervals. Is there another piece of advice that you would give somebody that's I'm on the fence about running? What is something you would tell them?
I don't know what I would tell them. Just other than just taking your time to get your breathing down. For me, that was the hardest part when I started running. It's like, how do you breathe? I mean, just to get to that comfortable zone and to listen to your body. A friend of mine, she felt like she had to run every single day, and that's not necessarily the best for your body. You need to give your body some rest.
Ooh, rest
as well.
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's hot or it's a bad race, what is something you tell yourself to keep going? Do you have a mantra?
Lately, it's been my age, nothing to prove. Well, 68, nothing to prove. 68, nothing to prove.
Yeah. I'm telling you, one of the things that I have really loved on Sunday mornings is I spend it with Harriet.
I love her.
And so I call her Auntie Harriet, and then I have Auntie Karen. And so Sunday mornings, I'm with them, and I'm just in awe of them because of you, because I don't think you guys realize that us younger ones are looking at you going, I want to be like them one day. I want to be sitting here talking to somebody younger and saying, yeah, I'm 68. I don't look it, nor do I act it. I run how I want to. I love that so much.
Well, and see, I've always looked at differently Marion Lofton and to see her keep going. And up until about a year or two ago, she was still beating me. She would come past me in that last mile and a half. I said, I knew you would catch me. She'd just go right by me. But it's incredible to see the ones with the longevity. And that's there again talking about the community. You look at these people and in awe. And say, look at them. They're still out there doing it. And such an inspiration.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you guys need to know that you are an inspiration to us. Seriously,
I really
mean
appreciate that.
because that's such a legacy. That's what I want to be. Like that's what I'm aiming to be, and I love that. I love the spirit that you guys have, and that you're like, I'm here to have fun. I'm here to be with my people, and that's what running is. And it's that's what I want.
To be there to cheer each other on.
Yeah.
And encourage.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. You have any goals?
As far as running goes, I think I've accomplished those. I briefly thought about wanting to qualify for Boston. It's been a lot years ago.
Okay.
But I didn't want to put that time in. It wasn't anything that I felt like. I wasn't ready to make that kind of commitment to the training that you would have to do for that. Like I said, I run how I feel.
Yeah.
I can't, I don't have that in me. I don't think that push to keep going. I don't need the stress of trying. And I know that so many people have felt that stress of trying to qualify.
Again, Suzie, I appreciate you saying that. Because seriously, you feel like sometimes you're like, what's wrong with me as a runner? Because I have no desire to be cute. First of all, not going to happen. Okay? But also, I feel the same way. I'm like, it's just not. I get excited about watching friends be cute. I'm like, that's great. I'm going to cheer them on. I'm going to stalk them on my Monday. I'll do what I can. But I don't want that.
Yeah.
That's just not something where I'm like, I want to be cute.
I'm thrilled for those that haven't been there. My sister, I was able to go to Boston with my sister when she ran in 2000. And that was an awesome experience. And I took things just in case I get an opportunity to run as a bandit. Well, that didn't happen. My sister, she was borrowing. The temperature got colder as the day went on. And so things I had taken, she was taking with her that morning. And then I thought, what an incredible opportunity to be there at the finish line, to see these runners, these elite runners. So I went down there and I enjoyed every minute standing there waiting for her to come across. I was able to see the Hoyts, the father that pushed his son in. I actually even recognized some runners from Pensacola that were there, and that was an awesome experience just to be there.
I have thought I would like to be a spectator, just because I've heard that honestly the whole city shuts down, and that it's like Boston Monday. Hey, we're just gonna hang out, and I just think that would be fun. And to go, like you said, that you were there because of your sister, but to go there with a friend and to be like, well, I'm gonna cheer you on. Yeah. That would be cool.
I was standing next to a man, and he had his son with him, and that's what they do. Every Patriots Day, they come out and watch the marathon. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's amazing. Okay. What's your favorite length to run? Whether it's race day or it's a training run. Do you have a favorite distance?
I think 4 miles is good. And back when I was running longer, the perfect distance, I think, is a 10-miler. Because it's a challenge, but it's not brutal on your body. And when I did my last half marathon, I felt 10 miles, I was great. And then after that, my feet wanted to hurt. So the last 3 would be a little bit of a struggle. So I think 10 miles was the perfect distance. But for a training run, I like 4.5 miles.
Okay. So. When you're not running, Suzie, what are you passionate about? What fuels you in life?
I love cooking and decorating.
Your dog?
My dog, yes. My dog. I enjoy reading and working in the yard, but I enjoy making a home. When it's decorating, I'm a very seasonal person. I love Hobby Lobby, and I was checking out around the 4th of July. I said, I hope my children remember how much I enjoyed my decorations. I know. Anyway, I'm festive. I love to be festive, and I love the house to look festive. So.
I gotta know, how does your house look during Mardi Gras?
Well, I have the tree in there. It's decorated for every season. I just took my patriotic decorations off. Okay. But, I have lights and Mardi Gras tree and all kinds of stuff. Of course, a lot of being in the Order of Juno, a lot of my Mardi Gras are peacocks. So I have a lot of peacocks.
Nice. Okay. All right. Now that I know where you live, we're going to have to come swing by here during Mardi Gras.
Oh.
Check it out. Suzie, any final words of wisdom, my friend?
No, I just want to say I appreciate you, and we're so blessed to have you as part of our group. Your enthusiasm is infectious, and it gets us all going, and we appreciate it. Okay, well, no, I appreciate it so much.
I love what you've said, though, is to listen to your body and have fun. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm taking away from this. Is just go out and have fun. Well, I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you guys taking someone in and saying, hey, we want this. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty amazing. So I'm excited to be part of it.
We're so excited. Thank you.
I told you guys we're going to learn a lot. I loved this so much because we got to learn about our running community. We got to learn about a race, which again, so much fun. Cannot brag enough about Joe Kane 5K. But also, last year's shirt was phenomenal. Like, honestly, you put the leprechaun with us, with Joe Kane, with Mardi Gras, and it was just a perfect match. Like, it's one of my favorite things. And I love the creativity of the Bay Area runners. Everyone that I've met that's a part of BAR, they just love running and they love the running community. And again, they've gotten to see it evolve the way that it has. And that's the beauty of it. And that's what I love so very much. And I appreciate, because it's an incredible journey and an incredible story that they've been a part of. So I am very grateful to every member of BAR and to Suzie for sharing her story and how she just never stopped. Like, I think that even through injuries, Suzie was like, I'm going to be there with my people, and whatever it looks like is what it looks like. And I think at the end of the day, as she says, you run and you have fun. That's what matters. Or you walk and you have fun, or you ride your bike and you have fun. Whatever movement is movement for you, just have fun with it. And I think that's the important thing. So thank you, Suzie, so much for sharing your story, for sharing your heart, and for sharing your home. I know it's a big deal to let somebody come in and not only come into your home, but also to have a mic and say, tell me your story. So it was so much fun, and I am so grateful to Suzie. And again, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be a part of such an incredible run club and what they're doing, and just all that they give back to the community. They truly care about the community, and that's what I appreciate. So thank you, Bay Area runners, and thank you, Suzie, for sharing your story. Love you guys so very much. And thank you again to Spring Hill Boot Camp. Love you guys. Thank you so much for all that you do for our running community. I'm so honored to be a part of the Spring Hill Boot Camp fan club and family. And they are our official gym, because we believe in strength training and we believe in what we do off the pavement matters and helps us. And so Spring Hill Boot Camp is the place to go. Or you can go to Pack Training for some more smaller group training, one-on-one. They've got you covered there. So definitely reach out to them. You can find them on our website. You can also find them on social media as well. We love, love, love Spring Hill Boot Camp and Pack Training. So thank you, Josh and Natalie, for believing in the running community and all the coaches that give so much back to our running community. Love you guys. As always, Greg Gilliard from Gilliard Tech Services. We would not be where we are without him. He is the go-to. He is the brainchild. He does all the things when it comes to Run Your Story tech stuff, including editing this podcast. So we are internally grateful for him. I know I cannot afford him. So he is top notch, and he gives to the running community so much, more than what people realize. And so thank you, Greg Gilliard from Gilliard Tech Services. Guys, you can go to our website. You can find out more about him as well. You can also go to his website, which is Gilliard Tech Services as well. So if you've been dreaming of a fantastic website, or you have a concept, you can sit down with him and he will help you make that a reality. He has done some incredible websites for all kinds of businesses, including Run Your Story. So he is our go-to. He should be your go-to too. So definitely check him out. Again, that is Greg Gilliard from Gilliard Tech Services. And thank you for making Run Your Story happen. Love Greg Gilliard. Thank you so much. To our Patreon family members, guys, love you. Thank you so much for taking care of us financially. We cannot thank you enough. My dream, guys, is to one day be able to do this full time, to where we can tell more stories, where we can travel more, we can do more. Until then, I can't do that. I have to have a full-time job. So join our Patreon family. We'd love to have you. We would love to be able to tell more stories. We'd love to be able to give more to our community. And so you do that by joining our Patreon family. We would love to have you. You can find more information about that on our website as well. Thank you to everybody who listens, shares their stories, likes, shares, comments, all the things. We cannot thank you enough for believing in us and loving us and just showing the support that you do. So thank you so very much. And we cannot wait to hear your stories. So that means get out there and go run your story, because every story needs to be heard.